All right. Welcome to the nuke zone. I mean, gas is over $3 a gallon where I live. Diesel's at 5. Man, this is crazy. You know what else is crazy? College football, the ultimate chaos. That's what we want to talk about. We don't want to talk about the real world. We want to talk about college football. That's what our lives revolve around, right? Kidding. But listen, the government met the other day and they're going to fix college football. They're going to fix college sports, and they're throwing around this $20 million cap for all sports. And then, which I think is retarded. I mean, you got these rosters in college football, whether you agree with it or not, they're 20 to 30 million alone. How are we going to spread out 20 million across all these sports, men's, women's sports, college football, college basketball, college baseball? That's a headache. Have a cap for each program. Football gets this, baseball gets this. Don't limit it to 20 overall. I don't agree with that, but it's whatever. We do need a cap. I will say that. You do need a cap. But limiting all these schools to just 20 million, because you already set the standard. Okay? This would have been all fine and dandy if you did it at the beginning of the NIL era. Okay? But we're what, starting 2019, whatever. It's 5 years past COVID, and we're just now going to start implementing this 6 years. Sorry, it's 2026. We're so many years past when it started. You can't just implement all these rules when everybody's already over them. Okay, you just can't do it, and that's what we're trying to do now. And I just don't agree with it. And how they said it would go to the court. Yeah, it would go to the courthouse. You're going to try to take away these kids' money. You're going to make from 500,000 to 10,000. Yeah, I'm going to throw a fit too if I'm them. You're going to cause even more chaos than you already have. But I do agree. I get the point of wanting to fix this, and we do need to fix this because there is an uncontrollable chaos. And the biggest thing is we just need rules, and we need to be able to enforce some rules. Because they can say they have rules and all this and that. The NCAA is what I'm talking about. You have these rules, but it doesn't matter when I can go find a judge that graduated from school A and he's going to rule in my favor every single time. Trinidad Chambliss is getting to play another year because a judge ruled in his favor. The NCAA tries to block it, and they can't block it because I'm just going to get the judge to get what I want. It's a story the oldest time already in college football because this happens every year. Diego Pavia, you saw it last year. For until they get a rule set, it's just going to keep happening. Okay. And then, we're going to have a one transfer portal window. What is going to stop these kids in the spring, very soon, from unenrolling from whatever school they're at and going to enroll at a new school so they can play more? What is going to stop that? Do you have the answer? No, NCAA don't. Because if you try to block it, you know what? You're going to get in the courthouse, and then you're going to lose. Like you lose every single thing in the courthouse. You lose every single one of them. It's a losing battle every single time. You're losing the battle. You're losing the war. You want to know how you win the war? You establish your rule set. Do you have to go to the government to do that? I guess so. Whatever. Put somebody in charge of college football, in charge of college basketball, in charge of college baseball. Let's just have a rule set. Have a commissioner. Have somebody to run the show. I'll volunteer myself. I volunteered Josh Pate for college football. Hell, Nick Saban, I don't really agree with his whole NIL stance, but hell yeah, give me Nick Saban. Just leave the money part out of it. All right. But I do agree we need a cap. You got to bring a cap into this in some way or form. I think if you bring a cap in, it would promote more of staying at your school and developing like how we used to see, but you still see some transfers and all this and that. But you would be promoting more of developing your own. Okay. And I know the whole pre NIL rules got brought back up, and that is just not an answer. Okay. If you bring back pre NIL, you know what you're doing? You're bringing back $100 handshakes. Just now, there'll probably be $100,000 handshakes. Like that's all you're promoting. The Reggie Bush times, you get a car, SMU, death penalty. That is all you are promoting because everybody has got a taste of it in college sports now. They've got a taste of what they can do with their money. NIL, funding, every bit of that. Their money is being put to use to build a winning team. They know what it feels like. And now you're going to try to take that away from them? Hell no, man. That is not going to go good at all. Have some common sense. That is going to cause way more chaos than we already have. The transfer portal is absolutely chaotic. The tampering, you got to fix the tampering. Okay? I don't like seeing guys have 4 years of college and they play at 4 different schools. I don't like that. We got to fix that. And there's multiple ways that you could do it, and I'm not really sure which one is the best answer. Okay, I mean, back in the day, you said sit out a year, then it was sit out a year if you transfer within your conference, and now it's just a free for all. Do whatever the hell you want. You want to leave this team after you committed, been on campus for 2 weeks? Go ahead. It's already happened. It happened this cycle, and it'll probably happen again until we get a set of rules in place. Let's get somebody in charge, get a set of rules to where I can't just be taken to a courthouse and lose every single time because they have a judge that rules in their favor. You're gonna have to fix that. And while we're on the topic, let's fix the conferences because you got these 18 teams, 16 team conferences between the Big Ten and SEC. Who's the real champion? You didn't play everybody. That's the one good thing about the NFL. They play everybody in their division and they play them twice. There's no question on who won a division in the regular season. There's a question of that in college sports. The SEC, for example, Alabama and Georgia played for the SEC championship. They got in off the tiebreakers because they were all four tied with Texas A&M and Ole Miss with one loss in the SEC. How does that mean? I get their tie-breaking rules and everything, but what does that do? I have two other teams that could have played in that game. They had the same record. That doesn't solve anything. I believe 10-team conferences, 2 out-of-conference games, 9 conference games. Okay, so you play everybody in your conference. There should be no question at the end. All right? Get rid of conference championship games if you have to. I'm not really a proponent for that. I love conference championship games, but if you got to get rid of them, get rid of them. But what I want to see is 10-team conferences, 9-game conference schedule. You play at least one. Honestly, I would vote for 2 because it makes for better football and everything, and 2 out-of-conference power school games. That's awesome. Then you have your tune-up game. Do whatever you need to do. Now, in terms of the selecting the 10 teams per conference, I want to see it regional based. Regional based. And another thing, I think that would make college sports so much better. Get rid of the TV contract. Screw them all. Screw them all. Just go to a full nationwide revenue share program, and you play on whatever channel you can find. Okay? Fox has this game. You play on Fox this week. You play on ESPN the next week. You play on CBS the next week. Who cares what channel you play on? Okay, get rid of all of that. All right, and in this scenario, the Big Ten, SEC, they don't have their TV contracts in my scenario here. So it doesn't matter where you play at on TV wise. You're playing your conference regional base, so we don't have Cal going to Virginia Tech to play a damn conference game. That is retarded. Cross-country conference games are absolutely retarded. I get the whole point. We got to add these teams. We get more money for our conference. We're getting that TV area, blah, blah, blah. It's stupid. College football has become so much about money. Money, 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 money. We're forgetting where it came from. Regional base. Give me the rivalries. Old school. Like the Southwest Conference used to be all these schools tied up in the back. I never got to witness it, but I did get to witness the good old Pac-10, the good old Pac-12. Regional base, man. The SEC, the one school conference that's kind of truly held on to the regional base, and they kind of expanded their horizon to Texas and then Oklahoma, but at least they're still in the South. Like all these schools are connected by states. It's not like the Big Ten where I got Cal playing over here against mind blank Ohio State. I mean, I said Cal. I mean USC playing Ohio State for a conference game. Does it look good on paper? Yeah, it looks great, but it's not. We got to get rid of this cross-country bullcrap, man. But yeah, simple solution. Let's get a cap, but do not make it where I have $20 million to spread out over my entire athletic program. That's retarded. That's not going to work at all. It will not work. It will cause more chaos than it will good. Okay, so let's have a cap, though. I agree with the cap. Just use it right. Okay, expand the money. It should not be $20 million. If you want to do $20 million for football, okay, I get that. I mean, these teams are paying $25, $30 million for their rosters right now, the really good ones. I'd be fine with limiting the football program to $20 million. I would understand that. Okay, and then fix the conferences. Let's go regional conferences, 10-team conferences. Sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful. All right. Make a rule set. Let's put somebody in charge. Have a commissioner. So we're not just getting this NCAA is not just getting trying to think of an appropriate word. Just not getting screwed in a courthouse every single time. Okay. Like you're going to lose. It's a losing battle. Like I said, every single time when you go to a courthouse, and you can't have that. Okay. We need rules in place that you can uphold, rules that can be upheld. Okay. Like No ifs, ands, or buts. Let's get rid of the 7-year super senior. Okay. 5 years of eligibility. Maybe grant one more if you have multiple injuries type thing. All right. I would understand that. 6 years at the absolute most. And then you hit the real world or you go pro. Simple as that. That's how it should be. Okay, college is an amateur sport. It is not a professional sport. And I get we're paying them now, but you shouldn't make a career out of playing college sports. And now for the players, I understand you completely. I am not turning down if I got to play football for 7 or 8 years in college just to make some more money. Hell yeah, sign me up. I wish I could have. I would have been in the same boat as y'all are. I would try to play as many years as possible because you're getting a better paycheck than I am. So I do not blame you one bit. But in terms of college football and the product, which is still the best product in sports, don't get me wrong. And it's crazy that we got to talk about fixing the best product of sports, but here we are. We got to make it better. We got to keep it the best. And that's what you got to do. You got to adapt. You got to evolve. And the ways to do that are fixing these things. Like I said, get the cap, fix the conferences, controlled chaos. Okay. I keep saying controlled. I want chaos still. I still love the chaos. Don't get me wrong. I love the transfer portal. I love the fact that you got to manage all these things, but make it controlled. Have a rule set that can be upheld. And let's move the schedule up. That is a big one. Move the schedule up. Okay. Quit taking all these weeks off in December. We should not have a team that plays in a conference championship and then they get a bye week and they don't play football for 3 damn weeks. That is retarded. We got to cut that out. Okay, play every week during Saturday. Screw the NFL. You own Saturday and you make sure they know it. I don't know how you're going to do that, but you just make sure it happens. Simple as that. And you play the national championship on January 1st in the Rose Bowl in Southern Cal. Okay, that's what you do. Simple solution. Just make the Rose Bowl national championship every year. It's one of the most pretty stadiums. They have the parade, blah, blah, blah. It'd be a great event. And then, bam, you roll in the transfer portal right after that. You don't have to worry about your coaches leaving in the middle of a playoff run and they're having to do double duty at their new school, recruiting this, recruiting that. You can focus on the playoff. Treat it like the NFL. That's all you got to do. And it's fixed. It's solved. Is it a little more complicated now? Yeah, absolutely. I get it. But it's that simple. You only make it tough if you make it that tough. Keep it that simple. It's that simple. All right. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to the Nuke Zone. Signing out.